This is the kind of power I'd be running away from if I were you.
What's going on, everybody? It's Jay. And finally, yes, finally, I've made the part 2 of the Dragon Ball GT power scale. In my month hiatus from YouTube, I was able to accumulate 48,000 followers on TikTok, so hey, there's that. So this is long awaited, and I'm not going to pull a Corey. I'm not going to leave you guys waiting any longer, so I'm going to stay more consistent in the future. But hey, if you didn't watch part 1 already, make sure you go do that, because it explains a lot of the points that I make in this video. So now that that's all out the way, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. In my first part, I had explained why General Rildo is the strongest in the scale so far, being 50 million times stronger than base form Goku in the Buu Saga, adding the multipliers making him 125,000 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku. A controversial statement that I made back in my first part was that base Goku in the Rildo arc is stronger than base Vegito from Dragon Ball Z. I gave a ton of evidence and scaling for it, but people don't believe it and try to bring up the scan about saying that Super Saiyan 4 is equal to Super Vegito. This scan is easily debunkable because 1, it doesn't even say Goku's name in the scan, it just says Super Saiyan 4. Also, this entire scan is from a multiplier video, like how strong is Super Saiyan 2, 3, and so on, and ending with Potara fusion being possibly stronger than Super Saiyan 4 as a multiplier and not power-wise. This is also easily debunked by Baby saying that he's obtained the greatest of Saiyan power and Goku agreeing with him, even though Baby and Goku both have memories of Vegito since they're both Goku and Vegeta. This entire debunk is completely pointless because of the entire information I gave in my first part explaining why Goku is much stronger than base Vegito and Super Vegito. Now, there were some people saying that Buuhan is not stronger than Kid Buu, which I'm not about to go into right now because that's absolutely ridiculous, and I'll make a different video for that in a different day. So let's move on with the scale. After the gang defeat General Rildo, they end up coming home to find that the entire world is being controlled by a parasitic alien called Baby. Now, Baby is definitely one of the coolest villains and the most difficult to scale, but we're gonna push through this. Before I can scale Baby directly, we first have to scale the Baby Boost, or the power amp that you get once Baby possesses your body. We see Baby do this with Gohan, Goten, and just random citizens that he controls throughout the city. And finding the multiplier for this amp is really quite simple. All we have to do is compare how strong Super Saiyan Vegeta got before Baby possessed his body and how strong he got afterwards. So before Baby took Vegeta's body, he was able to keep up with Super Saiyan Gohan and base form Goten, with the Baby Boost being stacked on top of them. Now, there was no clear-cut winner in this fight, and it could have gone either way if Baby didn't have interfered. Going by this, we can at least put Super Saiyan Vegeta equal to the duo of Goten and Gohan with the Baby Boost inside of them. And this is all before Baby possessed his body. Now, why is all this important? The reason this is so crucial is because we can compare this to base form Goku. This Goku, after coming back from his Grand Tour, is able to easily destroy the duo of Gohan and Goten as Super Saiyans with the Baby Boost. And Vegeta was only able to keep up with a Super Saiyan Gohan and base form Goten with the Baby Boost. Goku was heavily holding back against his sons. 1, he didn't want to kill them because, you know, they're his sons. And 2, he was literally giving 1 arm to each of them. Mind you, he's in his base form. Now, the reason this is so important is because when Super Saiyan Vegeta with Baby inside of him shows up, he absolutely destroys Super Saiyan 3 Goku in a fight. And we already know this to be a 400 times multiplier on top of Goku's base form. And before you say anything about this not being Baby Vegeta's Super Saiyan form, in the GT Perfect files, it literally states that instead of Baby's hair turning gold, it turns white. Meaning what everybody calls base Baby is actually a Super Saiyan. So yes, this is a Super Saiyan Vegeta with Baby inside of him. Now remember, Super Saiyan Vegeta goes from being equal to the 2 brothers to being stronger than a Super Saiyan 3 Goku. This means that the Baby Boost at bare minimum is 450 times stronger than someone's initial power, giving the person that he possesses a 450 times boost. Now, how does this all contribute to the scale of Goku in this? Well, the first thing that we have to do is find out how strong is Goten and Gohan in Dragon Ball GT. In the GT Perfect files, it states that Gohan never stopped his training and not only has attained his mystic powers, but is actually built upon it, even stacking Super Saiyan on top of it. This means unlike his Dragon Ball Super counterpart, he's actually pretty strong in this series from the get-go. Now, finding out how truly powerful Gohan is, we have to look at what he's done. Gohan, in his base form, was confident that he could take on General Rildo in his first form. Now remember, General Rildo is stronger than Buhan from Dragon Ball Z, or equivalent to base form Vegito in Dragon Ball Z. And base Gohan was confident enough that he could take him on, and he was doing quite well against him, and the only reason I see that he lost this fight is because of his lack of experience. It wasn't like he was getting overpowered, he was just getting outwitted. And Gohan's not the one to underestimate his opponents. If he believes that he can beat someone, then he's most likely right. This means that we can accurately put Gohan around the same level as base form Goku in the General Rildo saga. This means that his Super Saiyan is also equivalent to Super Saiyan Goku in this arc. Now with the baby boost on top of this, which I already said was a 450 times boost, Gohan is now 22,500 times stronger than base form Goku in the Rildo arc, since Super Saiyan is a times 50 and then times 450 for the baby boost. Now where does Goten scale? Now when Goten first encountered Baby, he stated that he was the strongest opponent he's ever seen. Now who is the strongest person that Goten has ever been up against? The strongest person Goten has ever fought was Super Buu as Gotenks. This means that before Baby possesses anyone, well, anyone important, that is, he's already accumulated enough energy to even surpass Super Buu. And, well, base Goten easily destroys him. And he only goes Super Saiyan in this fight for overkill purposes. But yeah, base form Goten easily dominates a Super Buu level or higher character. So with this, Goten can be scaled to be around the same level as base GT Goku in the Lord Lude arc. And when he goes Super Saiyan, he's equivalent to base GT Goku in the Rildo arc. Adding the baby boost, which is a 450 times boost, this makes Goten 50 times stronger than a hypothetical Super Saiyan 3 in the Rildo saga. This means collectively, as Super Saiyans, Goten and Gohan are 22,950 times stronger than base form Goku in the Rildo saga, or 22,950 times stronger than base Vegito from Dragon Ball Z. Even with their immeasurable power, they get absolutely no diffed by base Goku in the Baby saga. This means that Goku got well over 22,950 times stronger than he was in the previous arc. Now moving on to Baby. Baby, in his Super Saiyan form, tanked a Super Saiyan 3 Goku's punch. This means that Baby Vegeta's Super Saiyan form and Super Saiyan 3 Goku aren't equivalent at all. This means that Goku is more comparable to Baby Vegeta's base form as a Super Saiyan 3 than anything. That means that Goku needs to get a 400 times boost on top of his base form just to have a glimmer of hope of victory. As the story continues, we see Baby Vegeta use Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3, which is a 400 times boost on top of his already powerful base form that Super Saiyan 3 Goku needs to match up with. This means that Goku needs to get 160,000 times stronger than he was just to match Super Saiyan 3 Baby. And as we see later in the story, Baby goes into a golden grade ape Ozaru and closes the gap between Super Saiyan 4 and him. Now what is the boost for Baby Ozaru? Well, in the GT Pirate files it states that Baby got 1,000 times the normal blood swaves amount than a normal Saiyan would. Saiyans need 17 million Xenos to transform into a golden grade ape. And we know the grade 8 transformation equates to a 10 times boost. This means that if Baby was exposed to 1,000 times the normal amount, this means that he got 10,000 times stronger than his Super Saiyan 3. Since you give him the 10 times boost for Ozaru, and then the 1,000 times for the blood swaves amount. This means that base GT Goku needs to get 160,000 times stronger just to match Super Saiyan 3 Baby, and then once he goes Great Ape, Goku needs to get 10,000 times stronger than that just to be equivalent, which is exactly what Super Saiyan 4 is. This means that you multiply the 160,000 times 10,000. This equals 1,600,000,000 times base form. Yeah, that's the multiplier for Super Saiyan 4. This means that Goku as a Super Saiyan 4 is 91,800,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the Buu Saga. And this isn't even him at his strongest. The second most powerful version of Super Saiyan 4 is Full Power Super Saiyan 4. This isn't a transformation, it's more like Goku using 100% of Super Saiyan 4. So let's see what he's done in this form. In this form, he was able to tank a Death Ball from Baby. And not just any Death Ball, the Blazing Death Ball, or his most ultimate attack. And from what we see in Dragon Ball, key attacks can actually amp the power of the user quite significantly actually. For instance, Goku goes from being a power level of 416 to when blasting a full power Kamea Wave to going up to 924. he gets 2.2 times stronger just by firing a Kamehameha. And the biggest boost for a blast, I'd say, is with Vegeta against Goku. Goku goes from a power level of 8,000 to stacking on Kaioken times 3 and getting a power level of 24,000. We know that Vegeta at full power is 18,000, so it makes sense why he was able to get dominated by Goku. You take the 24,000 and divide it by 18,000, you get 1.3 times stronger. This means that Goku was 1.3 times stronger than Vegeta, and then you give him the 2.2 times boost for his full power Kamehameha, and that makes Goku 3.5 times stronger than Vegeta. And Vegeta was able to close this gap by firing one Gallic gun. This means that ultimate attacks can boost your power up to 3.5 times your normal power. And for this baby Vegeta Death Ball in question, we're going to give it the 3.5 times boost because this is his final and most powerful attack. But since Goku tanked this attack, I have to go over one more thing, and that's called the Domination Multiplier. What I mean by this is I'm trying to find the multiplier, or how much stronger a person has to be in order for them to dominate their opponent in battle. So the lowballed calculation for a domination would be 1.2, because Vegeta's power level on Namek was 24,000, and he completely dominated Kui, who had a power level of 18,000. That means at bare minimum, the multiplication is a 1.2 times boost. This means in total, Goku as a full power Super Saiyan 4 is 4.7 times stronger than he initially is, or 7,520,000,000 times stronger than his base form. Now moving on to the next arc, Goku comes back and fights Super 17. Super 17 is easily stronger than baby Vegeta, because he's literally able to stand there and let Majub, who's relative to Super Saiyan 3 baby Vegeta, just punch him in his back. And I'm going to use the domination multiplier here and say that Super Saiyan 3 baby Vegeta is 1.2 times stronger than Majub was. This means that Majub was 333 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the baby saga. But when Goku comes back from being trapped in hell, his Super Saiyan is already superior to Super 17. This means that Goku got 3,196 times stronger than he was in the baby arc. Since you take the already 333 times stronger than Majub was to Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the baby saga, and you multiply that by 8 because Goku's Super Saiyan is now stronger than that, and then you give him the 1.2 times boost because he's able to keep up with a Super 17 who dominates Majub. This means that Goku as a Super Saiyan 4 is 1,378,946,160,000,000,160,000,000,000,000 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the Buu Saga. Moving on to the final arc in Dragon Ball GT, the Shadow Dragon arc. In this arc, Goku as a Super Saiyan 4 fights Omega Shenron, who tanks his times 10 Kamehameha. We know that a regular Kamehameha multiplies your power by 2.2. This means that if this Kamehameha is 10 times stronger than that, that makes the blast in total 22 times stronger than Goku. And then you give Sin Shenron the 1.2 times boost because he absolutely tanked the Kamehameha. This makes him 26.4 times stronger than Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And this is when Goku unlocks the second and final and most powerful form of Super Saiyan 4, Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4. In this form, Goku was able to easily destroy Sin Shenron, who was already 26.4 times stronger than his initial Super Saiyan 4. And since Goku dominated him, this gives him a 1.2 times boost on top of that. This makes Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 31.6 times stronger than initial Super Saiyan 4. Or 238,233,600,000 times stronger than his base form. This is the final multiplier for Super Saiyan 4. However, his attack potency is 10 times this because he's able to damage Omega Shenron, who is 10 times stronger than Sin Shenron. Now here is where it gets absolutely crazy. As we know from scaling the multipliers of fusion, the base form of the fusion is 2,500 times stronger than a Super Saiyan 3, or 1,000,000 times someone's base form. Now adding the initial Super Saiyan 4 multiplier, this makes Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta 1,600 trillion times stronger than base form Goku. And even with all this power, Omega Shenron believed that the negative Karma Ball would be enough to kill Gogeta. As we see from the anime, it wasn't enough, but we did see Omega confident enough that if he used it against Gogeta, he believed that it would kill him. This blast is easily, and I mean easily, stronger than 2 Super Saiyan 4s put together. And it can give someone enough confidence to use it against a fused being in Super Saiyan 4. Now this is where the impossible becomes possible. Base form Goku was able to hold back a blast that was meant to kill 2 Super Saiyan 4s put together, and was even believed to have been able to damage Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Not only does he hold this blast back, he actually tanks the entire explosion because he lives. And before you guys say that it was just the work of Shenron, there is no clear-cut evidence that he died at all, or that Shenron brought him back to life or made a deal with him about anything about coming back to life or being invulnerable to attacks. With this, Omega Shenron starts plummeting Goku with a ray of Ki Blast and even throws another negative Karma Ball at him, which he tanks easily in his base form. He doesn't even feel it. This means, believe it or not, that base GT Goku is stronger than 2 Super Saiyan 4s put together. This would make him 20 decillion, 761 nonillion, 862 octillion, 369 septillion, 829 sextillion, 696 quintillion times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the Buu Saga. So yes, GT Goku is absolutely insane, and it barely stops here. In my next part, I'm going to be going over other feats that makes him multiversal, if not complex multiversal, and things that give him infinite and inaccessible speed. And then after that video, I'm going to make a full Dragon Ball Super power scale, and then I'm going to compare both and give you guys a definitive answer on who would win, Dragon Ball GT or Dragon Ball Super. If you guys did like this video, go ahead and drop a like and consider subscribing, because I'm planning to make more content like this in the future. And if you haven't followed my Instagram or TikTok yet, go ahead and do that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. See ya.